Despite the fact that Musk has billions of dollars, he took out several very large mortgages. He borrowed a whopping $61 million to pay for 5 properties located in California. However, he is not the only one. Other billionaires such as Mark Zuckerberg have done the same, and most rich people are known to use debt in a variety of ways as money. The $1 million question is, why would you get in debt when you could just buy everything you want cash? Hi, Matrix Moneymaker here. Today's video is about using debt to make money. Make sure to subscribe and watch until the end because this information may just open a new set of opportunities for you. Borrowing for businesses and investing. Using debt is free money. Now, you must be shocked and wonder why would the rich get free money if they already have millions and billions of dollars? Well, there is a very simple explanation, and this is how they do it. For the past 50 years, many businesses have been functioning in a capitalist way. Nowadays, you do not need money if you want to open a business or to start a company, at least not for the production of the product. See, depending on the product, when you start a business, the most common option is to order a small amount of the product, sell it, and reinvest the money in buying more stocks for the products to be made. This is a good method. However, it comes with many disadvantages such as running out of funds, losing your money in the process, and even if the business succeeds and the products sell well, your customers would have to wait a long time for the product to be made and shipped again. For those reasons, people start to use methods like drop shipping with AliExpress. But there is even better. The manufacturer could actually lend you the products and you could just sell it and pay them the cost of the product later. Of course, in order to achieve this, you have to establish a trustworthy relationship with the factories, but once you have, it becomes a piece of cake to build your business. So, how does this actually work? The factory is responsible for lending you the products, and you are responsible for selling the product. That is why being a good salesman is one of the most valuable skills nowadays. So, as the company responsible for the selling process, you get to decide the prices and everything that goes with it. Therefore, when you sell a product, you make good margins and pay back your debt at the same time. And the more you sell the products, the more the factory will trust you, and thus they will send more products to you. The good thing about this is that you are not tying up your own money to this, and you can make more money from nothing at the beginning. Furthermore, the same technique can be used in investing and in many other industries. That is how the rich make free money. Real estate. Real estate debt is the best kind of debt, but only if you know how to use it because it is filled with loopholes. When you do not have a mortgage, you have to pay extra taxes for that. Following the same principle, if you have multiple mortgages, you will get deductions concerning your taxes. Rich people know that, and that is why they have multiple mortgages. And as you pay less taxes, the money saved from not paying lots of taxes gets reinvested in order to make even more money. This is one way the rich use debt to get richer with real estate. Let us take another example of how rich people use debt with real estate. This is called an infinite return investment, and quite frankly, it can be done in any kind of business or investment. The infinite return strategy is a 100% legit strategy used by Robert Kiyosaki, author of The Rich Dad and Poor Dad. It allows you to own properties and make money using 100% debt. So, this is Mark. Mark is a professional investor, and after searching for quite a long time, Mark stumbles across a house in a good neighborhood with little renovation to make, well located, and on top of that, the price is good at about $700,000. This sounds like a one-time-in-a-life opportunity. Since Mark is a professional real estate investor, he knows about the use of debt to buy properties. So Mark takes action. Mark goes to his banker with his financial report where his different assets are listed. He asks the bank for a loan and the bank agrees to lend him 90% of the $700,000, which is $630,000. However, he still has to make a down payment of 10%, which is $70,000. Most people would have stopped there and just paid the 10% cash. But that is not the case for Mark. Mark is rich and he knows how to use debt to get richer. So Mark uses his credit card to pay the remaining 10%. And remember, the money in the credit card is not his money. Just like that, Mark has bought a $700,000 property without spending a dime. The property will rent for around $2,000 per month, and Mark will pay the bank around $1,700 and keep the remaining $300 in pure profit. As time passes, Mark will end up by completing paying off his debt, and he will keep earning more from that property that he did not even spend a dime for. Hedge funds. Rich people also use debt to make fortunes in the stock market with investing. They make money from the loss in value of a company by predicting the decrease of the stock's price. This is a really dangerous technique since it is not evident to predict the stock market. However, for investors who have a lot of analysts working for them, even though challenging, they can make huge profits. Let us take a more concrete example to see how this works. If, for example, Samsung releases a new smartphone that everyone enjoys and iPhone users suddenly want to change to Samsung, it is pretty obvious that the stock of Apple is going to drop. And so a rich and professional investor, as he first noticed this, would call his broker and borrow 4 stocks of Apple. After this, he would immediately sell the stocks, let's say for $150 per share. Now, he has $600 in cash, but he still owes his broker. If the investor was right, the price of Apple shares will drop to about $100 a share. At this price, the investor buys again 4 shares of Apple at $400 total cost. He would give back the 4 stocks that he borrowed and would have made $200 in pure profit. Now, people who do this often make hundreds of trades, and imagine if they have a whole company, how much profit they could make. In this case, the rich win again, and they make money from debt by borrowing. Even though it sounds simple, it is difficult to forecast if a stock will decrease or increase. And if you tried it and were wrong, you could get even more in debt. That is why you first have to know how it works to make money from it. Not all debts are bad, but not all debts are good either. You need to know how to differentiate good debt from bad debt and always use good debt to get even richer. Subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss more videos about how to make money, personal finance, investing, and much more. Check out the latest video to know how to start making money in passive incomes. Take care.